Welcome to week 7 of the official NASCAR Gen 4 Cup Series, and this week you'll be taking on the newly repaved Iowa Speedway for 100 laps. Before you head out for qualifying, turn a few laps in practice and get used to the difference in grip between the lighter and darker pavement. You'll quickly notice that the darker, fresher pavement offers you a smoother ride through the corner, so as you might expect, you'll want to aim for that on both ends of the track. As you may have also noticed, the transition between the different qualities of pavement can get sketchy quickly, so as you get your tires up to temperature, try keeping the car down on the fresh pavement in the corners. In my experience turning laps here, the outside doesn't serve much purpose at all throughout the session, so I would advise to keep the car in the dark as you build momentum in turns 3 and 4 to take the white flag. Ease onto the throttle and fire the car down the front stretch until you can see the track drop off into turn 1. Keep your eyes on the white line, trail brake gently, get the car down to the bottom, and ease back onto the gas to keep the weight planted on the right side. Lean further on the throttle and keep the car in the dark as you point yourself out of the corner. Hit turn 3 with the same idea. Truck the car low, ease back onto the throttle, and ride the fresh pavement to the exit. But this time, you'll want to tread lightly, as the transition out of turn 4 can hit you hard if you aren't careful. Give yourself a moment before you get back to full power as you finish your run. Let's see that lap again. Let's crank it up. Once the race begins, you'll want to take it easy in second gear. Some of you might be taking the green right where the pavement transitions, so short shifting may be your key to survival. The wheel spin on the lighter pavement only gets worse throughout the race, so be ready for that, as well as the wrecks that may start around you as a result. With the fresh pavement on the insides of the corners, that's where you'll want to be, but as the run goes on, you'll find that it's incredibly easy to overdrive the bottom. I ran 25 laps with times ranging from 23.7 to 24.3 seconds, and my wear ended up leaning toward the right front. It wasn't by much, but after lap 15, it became evident that I was pushing the nose too hard on the exit of turn 4. As tempting as it may be to ride that dark pavement all the way up the track, you can overheat your tires quickly if you're too reliant on it, and eventually, you'll find yourself getting closer to the wall earlier than you'd like as you exit the corners. To limit this effect, try waiting longer through the center to finish pivoting the car, and exit slightly lower to even out the stress on your right side tires. You'll still be tracking up to the wall on exit, but try aiming slightly further ahead relative to where the dark pavement ends before you finish your corner. With that handling in mind, I'm not entirely certain if the second lane will be viable on offense over the course of the long run. Assuming the grip stays the same across the entire dark section, you'll likely be better off staying as low as you can through the center of the corner. As you may have noticed, the left side wear is once again almost non-existent. After what would have been a quarter of the race under green, I saw only 2% of wear on both tires, and ended up with temperatures that were more than manageable. Assuming the race continues under green, you could bet that they would still be above 90% by the checkered flag, so in the case that you end up with a late race caution, I'd say take the gamble and go for right side tires only. You'll only need a splash of fuel this week, so if the cautions pile up, you could very well run this whole race on a single tank. With how treacherous the restarts will be this week, you may be in for another good week of iPacing, so get familiar with the hotkeys for your ignition and starter, as every drop of fuel counts. If you can manage your fuel, keep your right side tires happy, and adapt to the fresh pavement, you might find yourself in a position to win as the race winds down. Good luck.